I'm not saying it so you feel sorry for me, but all those days lying in bed with my tummy thing and then that movie last night got me thinking about all the things I'd hoped to have done. She picked up the moccasin. And which ones I still want to do. Mabel removed her reading glasses. The beaded granny string allowed them to fall safely on her chest. She looked across the table at Sarah. Well, since you've been thinking about it, what's on your bucket list? Sarah wasn't sure she wanted to tell them. Well, she had known most of them for longer than she hadn't. It never seemed to get any easier to open up to them, or to anyone for that matter. But the events of the last year had forced her to ask for help, and to her surprise, she was even learning to share her thoughts and feelings. Well, I've always wanted to see Rod Stewart in concert. She was about to continue when Lucy butted in. Oh, you just want him to sing your favorite song. Lucy stood up and jiggled her chest as she sang, Do you think I'm sexy? Come on, sugar, let me know. The table roared with laughter, and once she'd caught her breath. Sarah teased back, You know me too well. She winked at her friend. Seriously, though, I want to see one of my grandchildren graduate from high school. And I always wanted to go to Hawaii. Ditto to Hawaii, interjected Lucy as she plopped herself back down in her chair. But the real big one that I've always wanted to do. She inhaled again, the crackle of her lungs filling the now silent room. Is to dance at the Gathering of Nations powwow. Without raising her head, she looked around the table to see everyone's reactions. When there were no reactions, Sarah added, You know, the World Powwow. Still no response. Annoyed that she had to spell it out for them. The one down in Albuquerque. Oh, that powwow, said Lucy. Geez, you dream big, don't you, girl? Yep, guess so. Sarah's cheeks flushed, and her eyes turned down. She reached with her needle for a bead, assuming that was the end of the conversation. And her dream. The room fell silent, and remained so until one voice stated, I'll go with you. Slowly, Sarah's eyes rose to look across the table at her friend Mabel, who tilted her head slightly and nodded, confirming what Sarah had heard. Just over a year ago, Mabel had lost her sister to cancer, and Sarah's recent battle with the same tortuous disease had called on Mabel's faith in ways she'd never experienced before. Through it all, she'd come to learn that life really is precious, and she had best go after what she wanted because she never knew when she'd get another chance. Or if she'd get another chance. It was this lesson that prompted her to look across the table and reiterate, I'll go with you. Sarah's voice was faint. Really? Yes, really. Mabel beamed at Sarah for a couple seconds and then turned her gaze around the table. As a matter of fact, we could all go. The women had stopped working on their projects and were looking at Mabel. We'd have to raise a lot of money, but I think we could do it. She paused for a moment and then lifted her shoulder contemplatively. Maybe the band could help us out. You know, let us use one of their vans. Rose butted in. They're not vans. They're more like small buses, and I'm pretty sure